Hi, my name's Amy. I'm the Chief Pediatric Resident. Right now we're in the lobby of the Children's Hospital, also known as the Castle of Care.
My name's Tara. I'm one of the third-year pediatric residents. Let's start the tour with the specialty clinic. And behind me, that's Cal. He's one of our security guards. This is the Sanford Children's Specialty Clinic. We have most of the major pediatric subspecialties, with a few exceptions. We have a pediatric rheumatologist and pediatric sleep medicine doctor who come down from Fargo to see our patients here in Sioux Falls.
We're in the yellow hallway now where genetics and surgery are. Let's go see a clinic room.
The clinic rooms were designed for the physician or provider to sit at the computer and be able to work while also being able to have a conversation with the family and the patient.
You'll also notice that there's different artwork in every patient room. There's a similar theme that runs throughout the castle, but each artwork has its own distinctive flair. Over the noon hour, the residents go to noon conference, so let's go see where that takes place in our classroom. So we just walked through the physician specialty offices.
On any given day, I could walk through that clinic and meet a pediatric cardiologist, a pediatric nephrologist, neurologist, and get any of my questions answered, whether or not I'm on an outpatient rotation or an inpatient rotation.
And as a resident, you'll also have a chance to form a close relationship with our faculty. They serve as mentors and can assist in career planning and also life outside of work.
And those same physicians also present our noon conferences and are present for our morning reports, which occur here in the Elman classroom. The Elman classroom is fully equipped with cameras, a large TV for viewing, and we do Zoom all of our noon conferences and morning reports. So if you're at an outside location, you can still be part of those educational experiences.
So the call room and the lounge are right next door. Do you want to go check it out?
I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. So here we are at our call rooms. This is where residents, if you're on a night shift, can try to get some sleep if you're not waiting for a call from one of the nurses or for an admission.
It's a pretty standard call room. We have 2 beds in each room, but looks like someone's using that one, so we probably should be quiet and head to the lounge.
So here we are in our resident lounge. Here we have a microwave, a fridge, TV. It's a great place to eat and socialize. You can also find our residents here working. And we also teach a lot down here. We teach med students from the University of South Dakota.
Yeah, I think that about covers it. Should we head to our next spot, the patient floors, and see a patient room?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Let's go.
Here we are on the first floor of the castle. Here's one of our inpatient floors. On the 3rd floor, you'll also find an inpatient floor where our HEMONC kids are taken care of. As a first-year resident, you can expect to do 4 months on the floor, getting here at 6 a.m., pre-rounding on your patients, doing rounds for the day with the attending, and then taking care of any other patient needs.
Those attending hospitalists have offices on the 2nd floor, so they're here during the day, so if you have questions, they can meet you on the floor or you can meet them in their offices. As we walk through the Children's Hospital, you'll notice that there's artwork on both the walls and on the ceilings. Here you can see some of the paintings and drawings that were done by the patients. As we get onto the floor, you'll notice the ceiling tiles. Those were created by patients who stayed in the hospital for longer than 2 weeks or had a complex course, and either they painted the tile, their family painted the tile, or sometimes our child life specialists will help paint the tiles. Behind me, you'll see one of the family rooms. We have family rooms on each floor here in the Children's Hospital, and the patient rooms are this way. So let's head this way. So now we're in one of the patient rooms on the floor. The rooms here are designed where all of the medical equipment, including the otoscope, ophthalmoscope, monitors, can be hidden away in a cabinet. So that way, if patients are scared of that, it can be closed away out of sight. We also have pass-through cabinets, so that way nursing staff, doctors, or other staff members can stock a patient's room without actually having to go into the room to disturb the patient. Each room does have their own individual bathroom that does have a shower and a toilet. Some rooms are stocked with bathtubs.
Another highlight for parents is that the couch pulls out so that the parent can sleep in the room with the child too. And major highlight for the kids is the Xbox.
True. And for our sicker patients, all of the windows that lead into the patient room on the floors have a 2-way blind system. So nurses and doctors and other staff can check on patients by looking through the window rather than coming in and disturbing them, especially if they're asleep. I guess that leads us to the 2nd floor pediatric intensive care unit. We have a 12-bed ICU here at Sanford Children's Hospital that is capable of housing some of the sickest youth in South Dakota. We do have ECMO capabilities. The equipment that was behind the cabinets on the floor is available on mobile stations, so that way there's a 360-degree access to those ICU patients.
And then on the same floor of the PICU is our chapel. Let's go there now. Behind you is our chapel. It can be very stressful to be hospitalized for both parents and kids, and the chapel is just a nice place for parents, either on the inpatient floor or the PICU on the second floor, to come and have a quiet moment.
And for those kids that are experiencing stress, we do have playrooms on both the first and third floors, and those rooms are a medical device, medical procedure, medical equipment free areas for children to just be kids. Up next is my absolute favorite place in the castle. Let's head to the walkway to the main hospital. Welcome to my favorite place in the Children's Hospital. This is the skywalk from the Children's Hospital to the main hospital behind you. It's my favorite place because you can get a good dose of sunshine and you can see the snow in the winter when it falls. It's absolutely beautiful.
Just over there you can see Amberdale Hall, which is where our program and administration offices are. And over there is our parking lot. It's very conveniently located and free to all residents,
which is a huge perk. So if we continue going down behind you, we'll head toward the neonatal ICU and the newborn nursery. Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
We just walked through the skywalk from the Children's Hospital to the main hospital, and here we are at the neonatal ICU. Let's go meet Amy in one of the rooms and check it out. Why don't you tell us about the NICU rooms?
Sure. So we're in one of our NICU rooms. Our NICU is set up so that parents and baby can stay in the same room together, which is very important for bonding, especially when our babies are very sick. We're a level 4 NICU. We have the capability to house 58 babies in 45 rooms, and we're also a part of the neonatal research group.
Did you know that our smallest baby to graduate from our NICU was born at 23 weeks and she weighed less than a pound?
Wow.
Labor and delivery is right next door to the neonatal ICU, and if you go upstairs 2 floors, you can see our newborn nursery, where our well-term babies are able to stay.
Residents get hungry when they work long hours in the NICU.
Yeah, they do.
So in this building, we have what's called Dakota Cafe, and just a little further in the main hospital, we have both our physician's lounge and our main cafeteria. But now for our tour, let's head back to the first floor lobby area. We have a surprise for you.
Another unique place, in addition to the castle, is 69th and Louise, which is where we have our continuity clinic. Each week, you'll be assigned a day, and that day repeats every week, where you'll see patients that are on your own schedule. The rooms are designed where the provider can enter from one side and the patients can enter from the other. It really increases flow and allows for great patient care.
Behind us, we have our throne room, and just adjacent to that is our storybook room. Kids have a chance to come up here, play on the thrones, and at Christmas time, we have presents in the throne room. Should we go check out the throne room?
Let's check out the throne room. And this is a surprise that we mentioned earlier. Behind us, we have a few residents that we'd like you to meet. Let's go chat with them.
So I chose Sanford USD Pediatrics program just because I really wanted that one-on-one feel. I wanted the close-knit community that we had. I wanted to really get to know my faculty members, and I just loved the city that I would be part of. I loved the community of residents that I interacted with on my tour here, and I just got a great vibe from the program in general.
I feel like I meshed really well with the other, like on my tour and then on my just interview day, I actually meshed well with both the faculty and also meshing with the other residents, and I was like, I actually really liked it here.
Mm-hmm. It didn't feel like an interview at all when I came.
No, it did not.
It just felt like I was just chatting with people, with my coworkers. It was really relaxed. I felt really comfortable with everybody.
And I think for me, when I did my interview here in my sub-I, I actually watched how the residents interacted, and what I loved most about it is like everyone just kind of hugged each other, and that I feel like residency is a 3-year-long program and you want to be part of a family like that. And so I knew immediately, one, I felt a part of that family as a sub-I, and I was only a med student, so I was like, imagine if I was actually one of them, how awesome that would be. And so I was like, okay, I think this is a place for me. And it definitely is.
I feel like you don't get left behind here. Like everybody is in it to succeed and everybody's looking out for you to succeed. So nobody's gonna leave you behind. Everybody's checking in on you, making sure you're doing okay. And I really like that part of it as well.
And it's also very family oriented. I think a huge part of the reason why I chose this program is there are a ton of super cute children just as a part of the residents. They have their kids come out and we have events, not just the residents, but it's our spouses and our significant others and our kids. And I think that's so special because residency isn't just us. It's our families too. They're in it with us. And I think we kind of provide that type of support for our families also. So that was important to me as well.
And we have such a unique group of people too. We have people who are single, people who are a little bit older, people, who have 3 or 4 kids, people who are newlyweds, people who are engaged, just this whole group of everybody, but we all get along very well.
Yeah.
And we all have a lot in common in that we're going through this program together and we just mesh really well.
Yeah.
It was also nice being able to couples match here too. I feel like that was just having 2 people like a program this much and that it worked out beautifully. Being pediatrics and family medicine, that the programs work hand in hand doing those, because like Travis is on peds right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you get to see a day in life of what I go through. So that's been great too.
Even though we come to work and it's tiring, you walk through that door really sleepy, but as soon as you see your friends, because that's what you walk into. You walk into a room of your friends or your family, it almost feels like not work. You come in and you're just happy to see everybody, and so you go through the day with your friends, and at the end of the day you're like, oh, I'm so tired, and then you wake up like still tired. But when you're here, and it's a good time, I think.
And also you get that feeling too when you like discharge your patient and they've been here for such a long time and it's like they're finally better and you saw them at their worst when they were admitted and now you see them at their best being discharged. Like that's another rejuvenating feeling that I think a lot of us experience from time to time too.
And if there's one thing that I would want you to know about this program is if you're looking for a program where you want to spend the next 3 years, definitely just follow your gut, but also choose a program where you can feel like you have a family and that type of support within your residency. And that's definitely what I want you to know about this program, is that we are a family and we'd love to have you join us.